This is my skin healing from eczema and perioral dermatitis. Whatever is happening in the inside will be reflected in the outside because our nervous system is deeply connected to our skin. And in this video, I want to share with you how to heal the skin barrier from the inside out with natural and grounding routines that bring back that safety, which we need in order for us to have beautiful and glowing skin. This is part of our Winter Ark Journey, which is all about nervous system friendly routines. It's not about getting up at 5 a.m. or hustling. It's about calming and grounding yourself so you can start 2026 with a calm and grounded mindset rather than being overwhelmed. So the intention of this video is to give you information. I'm not a dermatologist. This is simply for inspiration and also just talking about my own experience, my own journey with my skin, because it has and is still a profound one. And I want to share with you where I'm at in this journey. My story. My own skin journey has been such a profound one and very vulnerable, and it is till this day. And I want to share with you how it all developed, the perioral dermatitis and also the eczema, where I'm at in this journey right now, what I'm using, and what is my goal, where I'm aiming at. It all started 2020 during COVID when I started to get a rush about my mouth, and at the time I didn't know what it was, so I kept using products which for perioral dermatitis is not good. You shouldn't use any type of products. So I went to the dermatologist and she told me I need to start a zero therapy. Stop using any type of products, no makeup, no lotions, nothing for about 8 to 12 weeks, and it will get better because your skin barrier needs to heal. And I started doing that, and for me it was perfect. It was during COVID. Nobody would see me. I used that time and I did it. And I started seeing results. My skin started to get better. It wasn't as bad as in the beginning with the rushes, but I wasn't fully healed, I would say. I kept visiting the dermatologist. She kept giving me different types of creams that were mixed precisely for the circumstances, and it would get better till the point where I would say, okay, there was some kind of stability. I would see my skin became more and more stable, and I adjusted like the products, I adjusted my routine. But I realized it had a lot to do with my nervous system. The more stressed I would be, the more sensitive would be my skin. So I would see a direct connection to the skin barrier. For me, the skin is like a boundary. It's like the first boundary you can have, right? It's the boundary to your environment. And I would start seeing that as information I wanted to understand and use in order for me to acknowledge where are my boundaries. At that time, I wasn't in so much knowledge I am right now, but I would start to see that as hints. In 2023, my eczema came back and it was so bad. It was so terrible. I felt so vulnerable having this, like it was so bad. It hurted so much. And at that time we were in South Africa and I didn't want to go there to the dermatologist. So I waited 3 months with this eczema. When we came back in 2024, and I went directly to the dermatologist and she gave me for that, I'm gonna put it in here, and I used that and it went completely away. After that, my skin was so perfect. Like I had no pimples, everything was healed. Like all around my mouth, everything was perfect. And I felt so good in my skin. It was amazing. Like it was glowing, it was beautiful, and I felt so confident in my skin. And this is also where I want to go back. Like this is my goal, to get back on this type of feeling. With 2024, when there came the change of moving and I was going through profound healing with the situation with my parents, my skin break out. Like since in the middle of 2024, I have waves of some days are good, some days are bad. So I'm in between this up and down, and I'm not 100% stable in my skin yet. Here are like some pictures throughout the year. And for example, I would notice whenever, for example, we went to Bali last year, my skin became very clear, very good. So it does have to do something with the air, with the sun. And after that, I decided, okay, I need to change all of my routine. And I'm going to show you later what I'm using now and what is appropriate. Let's look into why your skin and the nervous system is so deeply connected with each other, and there is a direct connection and communication. When your nervous system is calm, your skin reflects that back. When you're in survival mode, when you're stressed, when you're functioning, you are more sensitive to the things, so therefore your skin might break out more easily, especially when you're a sensitive person like me. It might flare up, redness, some rosacea. Like I get rosacea really minimal, but I do get it. And you are more sensitive to emotional situations. Healing the skin means not only bringing treatment onto your skin, but bringing back the safety into your whole body. I have already shared rituals and routines with you that bring back the groundedness. For example, the body oil routines. This is so nurturing and healing because you touch yourself, and when you touch your skin, you reassure safety, you reassure that groundedness for yourself. So you can check these videos out. They are very, very helpful if you want to calm your nervous system and if you really want to reconnect to that groundedness and that safety from within that is natural. Like that should be natural. That should be your overall state. You should not rest in functioning and pushing and grinding. That is survival, and we don't need that anymore. And bringing back that safety comes through these routines. So check these videos out if you want to know more. Your gut and your nervous system are so deeply connected with each other. So whatever you put into your body, in your gut, it will affect your skin. You might feel that when you eat junk food or a lot of sugar. I do. I can feel that immediately. Also when I do drink milk or something, I'm more sensitive to it now. And I do think it has a lot to do with our food quality. In today's world, I definitely see a huge impact in that. Your emotional world has an impact on your gut and therefore on your skin. And I do believe when we are in some emotional chaos, when we don't feel safe with another person, maybe our parents or environment, a way to express that is through our skin. In my own journey, I have noticed this pattern of whenever there was an emotional issue, whenever there was emotional instability in my world, the skin would be a reflection of that. Reflecting back on my skin from my childhood, I do believe that neurodermitis, I'm not sure the English word for it, neurodermitis, it's in German. It's when you have itchy skin and it's dry and you have it over and over. I do believe it has something to do with emotional boundaries. And during that time, my parents split up for the first time. I was very, very small and I did not feel safe emotionally. And as a child, you can't express that in a way you do now. And I truly think there is a connection between your body and the emotional world you feel. And using that as your sign to go deeper on that, I invite you to join me because this is very healing and this is calming for your inner world and therefore for your skin. So the skin is your first barrier, your first boundary. Whenever there is an issue with emotional instability or you don't feel safe, I truly believe a skin is a way of telling you, hey, this is too much. I need to step back. I cannot be there. Because when you always give, when you overstep your own emotional boundaries, your own energy, it will be reflected in some kind of way. And a skin is so intelligent and so deeply connected to our nervous system that it will tell you, this was too much. I can no longer do these things. There's also this saying, when you have a lot of heat, a lot of anger in you, you're more likely to have some inflammation. You have more of those skin issues. In my personal experience, like I told you with the neurodermatitis, which I had as a child, I think if emotional boundaries are crossed for a sensitive child, it is reflected back through the skin. And if this boundary has been crossed maybe energetically, emotionally, it will show you. When we don't set boundaries for ourselves and we give and give and give without acknowledging our own energy, we do burn out. We will feel exhausted and not grounded, not safe, because we give more than we are holding ourselves accountable to. Your skin teaches you to hold your own energy, your own boundaries. Use that as an indicator. Where are actually my boundaries? What does my skin want to tell me? Because I am individually like nobody else has this type of skin. And so listen to your body, listen to your skin. Take that as an invitation. And also for me, it is so frustrating and has been such an up and down. I just want to heal my skin barrier so deeply. It's not a lot anymore, but I'm still not there yet. And it takes time and patience and the invitation to look at you, onto your habits. What are you consuming? How are your sleeping pattern? And then you will get better. This is an invitation to look at these areas with some honest review. Let's go into the current skin situation. So the current situation of my skin is as followed. All this area up here, it's good. Like I'm super happy with that. But you can see on my chin, there are some pimples, and this is hormonal. This is 100% hormonal from my cycle. I'm at the end of my cycle. So this is all good. And then you have this one little spot left. This is my perioral dermatitis. This right here, and right here, I don't put any makeup on it. It doesn't go away. Well, I'm not gonna say that, but it will go away with time, with patience. It is stubborn. It is so stubborn. It's just this tiny area, and besides that, everything is healed. I do have an appointment in November for a dermatologist, but it's so permanent. And that's also part of the Winter Ark. I want to look into that. So what could it be? Like, could it be an indicator of some of the things I'm consuming? I left away milk, anything of milk. Sugar. I did consume sugar last week, so that's why I also have the pimples. So I know my pattern, I know what I consume, why I got this. So yes, I'm very aware of the things I'm taking in. The number one goal is to have a stable skin barrier, that I have a routine and that nothing is irritating my skin and that it's not thinking, oh, I have to overreact. That's the goal. And until then, I'm not gonna giving up. I will make it there. And then we can go into the next level. But that's just the situation I'm in. It's very vulnerable. It's something very frustrating. I have to say that. But I will get there. It's going to happen. I know so. I'm going to be patient. I put a lot of love in it and faith and trust. Routines and rituals. When you have perioral dermatitis or eczema, less is more. And I want to show you my current skincare routine, which is very basic, very minimal, but it has helped me so much and is stabilizing my skin truly from the outside. After I have went another therapy in the last year, I started to dig into all types of products, what to use, what not to use, what type of ingredients. And I would say I'm a pro in that now, especially for sensitive skin. For me, from my personal skin experience, I do feel very powerful with the current skincare routine, so let's dive in it. Welcome to my current skincare routine. While my skin is still wet, I'm just coming out of the shower. I'm not doing that every day, but when I see it, I do it. I'm using this machine. I don't even know how to call it. It is working with vibrations, so it will remove dead skin, and it's best working on wet skin. So that's what we want to do. Look at this. It is removing all the dead skin, and that's what is really helpful for unclogging your skin. So that's it. I was only really using this one for my nose and a little bit here and just this tiny area, and the rest of it I just left alone. And now we're coming to my very simple steps. I'm using this toner, this one from Centella, Madagascar, and this one is very soothing and I love the feeling of it, and it gives my skin such a nice hydration. And I put it everywhere besides this corner where the perioral dermatitis is. After that, I'm using the probiotic, also from Madagascar, and this one has been so healing and so nourishing for my skin, and also the texture, it's very light and just soothing from my skin. It's exactly what I need, and both have ingredients that are nourishing and that are supporting my skin healing, and it's very good for sensitive skin and also perioral dermatitis. And for my last step, I'm using the ceramide. This one, oh wait, let me get it clear. This one is so healing. And I mean, this is just perfect. It's all so lightweighted and it's perfect for sensitive skin. And this is my routine, very simple, very minimal, but it helps me and it has given me a lot of strength, and I'm very confident in the next weeks my skin will get better with this, and I will definitely keep you updated. And then I want to have one more thing I wanted to share with you. So when I had the eczema, I would use the Skin Norin. This one, you might know it. This is the one she gave me for my perioral dermatitis, and I'm using it just on the spot. Like, I'm just using it on a tiny little piece on this corner, and that's it, and no more. And that was my skincare, my simple skincare. Also the LED, but this is more for eczema. I don't use it right now. This is not appropriate. I will keep you updated. This is the process with the changes in the diet, in the lifestyle, sleeping pattern, probiotics, zinc supplements. I am very confident that the next weeks the Winter Ark will glow up and enhance my skin in a positive way, and I keep you updated on that. I'm using the skincare tracker of this workbook because the skincare tracker gives me the opportunity to look where is my skin actually right now, and over the course of the Winter Ark we look into the different areas, like what is happening within my skin through the rituals, through the routines. Am I stressed? What were triggers? And with that I'm getting a very in-depth picture of my skin. When you heal the skin, you need to review the type of products you're using. You need to look into ingredients. You need to see how is your skin reacting to these things. Yes, you can watch TikToks, but you have to figure that out for yourself. Just because I'm telling you this is good for my skin, it doesn't mean it's good for your skin. So use it as an inspiration, but you need to be very careful with your own specific needs and respect your skin. Another areas are herbal tea. Those herbal teas are so healing from the inside out. I'm actually drinking one right now, which I prepared in the video, is the one I prepared, and I want to show you. It is so much fun and love to go into the herbal teas. They duly cleanse you from the inside out. They bring back clarity for the liver, for the gut, and that is a reflection on your skin. 100% this has healed and transformed my skin. The herbal teas are a part of the Winter Ark, and in this workbook I give you some inspiration. You can find some beautiful herbal teas for your skin support, for your nervous system, for liver detox, for digestion, hydration. I put in some inspiration for you, and you can mix them like I show you in the video. You just mix it together like you want it to have, and it's a beautiful inspiration, and there's no limit, and you can get to know these herbals in a loving and beautiful way. And I definitely see some improvement when I drink herbal teas, and I can highly recommend you to go into that type of field. Another area is nourishing meals. So go into eating nourishing meals that support you. If you have high inflammation skin, turmeric and meals that calm your skin. Also go into the areas of Ayurvedic, so know your type of skin and you know what type of food is actually good for you. Also in the book are nourishing meals on that topic, and here like some videos I recorded for you to see a beautiful inspiration of a meal you can eat. Sleep is another important area because your sleep helps you repair and restore, and it's connected to the nervous system, to the parasympathetic nervous system that is responsible for rest and digest. When you have a good amount of sleep, you can see that in your skin. I do see such a difference if I go to bed late at like 12 or 1, or if I go to bed early at like 9:30 or 10. And never underestimate the power of recovery, because recovery is so important when you heal your nervous system. It is the greatest and most important habit you can develop is your sleep pattern. Definitely check your sleeping time. I also recommend getting maybe one of those rings or something else where you can see how efficient your sleep is. With that, you can really work on that, and it helps so much with restoring and feeling good in your body, feeling safe. Supplements are another area I just started going deeper into. I have my collagen. I went into probiotics, vitamin D, and zinc. So those areas I started to implementing. Zinc especially so important for skin, which I started to use just now, and we will see how that goes. Highly recommend also looking into the supplements you're using or not using, and then seeing the difference. So I will keep you updated on that. If you're going through skin issues right now, I know how vulnerable this can feel. But please remember, your skin is not against you. It's communicating with you. The moment you start reconnecting to your nervous system, drinking good water, get a good amount of sleep, breathing, walking outside, and honoring your boundaries, your skin starts to trust you again. So healing your skin starts always from within. I hope this was so inspirational for you and you got some insights of my personal vulnerable side. So it's definitely the skin. We will get there. I will keep you updated, and I love to hear from you. Did you have experience with perioral dermatitis or eczema? And I will see you in the next video. Have a beautiful day.